Capricorn, welcome to your mid-July 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So, let's see. Let me bring this back a little bit. Okay. The heart of the matter is the High Priestess, which is a card of inner knowing. Sometimes it can be, like an intuitive hit or connection, but sometimes it can be like secrets that are swirling around, maybe waiting for some kind of big reveal, if you will. And so that might indicate that there's something going on. And if I look at the past position, we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is a card of sound money management. It can be, financial, like solvency. No, more than that, like, security. Because the number 4 is number of foundation, so it's going to do very well. It's connected to Saturn. That's your ruler. So it's going to do very well with Pentacles, with the earth element, because it can indicate financial security and the ability to know how to handle money properly. And let me just do these 3 top cards, and then I'll talk about what I think is going on. Then we have, as the higher message, the Four of Wands, and this is a card of a joyful home life, a new home, a marriage situation, and that there's kind of like I would say like a very solid home. So that's a 4 as well. But because it's fire, because it's wands, it's like you're solidifying yourself in a very joyful state. So it's, like for instance, it's possible to be in a situation where you have a lot of stability when it comes to finances, but you have a very cold home environment. You may have a beautiful home and the money to take care of it, but it doesn't feel good when you walk in the door. So, what value does that have? And kind of like thinking about it on that level. So in between this, we have the High Priestess. So something intuitive, something that is yet to be revealed. This may even be coming from a potential marriage partner if you are planning on getting married or, cohabitating with someone, and you feel like you want to know what their finances are like and somehow it's not being revealed. That could be a little bit daunting or a little bit unnerving, because you may feel like there's something going on. Maybe they're hiding their finances. Because with the Four of Pentacles, I would say, unless this is like a real estate agent, if you're buying a new home and something is not quite right, I see you as the Four of Pentacles, to be honest. First of all, because your earth element and the pentacles are connected to the earth, but just how a a Capricorn person interacts with the material side of life, with your money and possessions, I could see someone being very careful in this area who is a Capricorn, and so nothing gets by you, and yet there's something going on. So this might be you're already married and your spouse, and their money and what's going on with that. It's really interesting astrologically because in July, the sun, this reading is intended for the first couple of weeks of the month, but the sun does go into Leo, towards the end of the month, and that is the 8th house for Capricorns. And the 8th house is other people's money. So there can be something going on, or something that will, there'll be some developments with that, astrologically. So it kind of goes along with that for some people, maybe. But anyway, it's a very interesting combination of cards, to say the least. Also, another thing, too, is that if you have, basically had a solid relationship, and yet you think that there is something going on behind the scenes now, it may be a change from the past, where before it was a lot more solid and now it feels up in the air. I think as a higher message, the Four of Wands is about the end game of like what somebody really wants out of a situation. So this is my feeling when it comes to things like infidelity. If I were faced with that situation and I found out that my partner was cheating, I would be very much inclined to let them go. Because, especially if I had children, now these are all not going to happen to me because of because I know that that's not going to happen to me. But I don't even have kids. But if I did have children, I would not want to put them through that. I mean, to me, the Four of Wands is about the home being a place of joy. And, kind of like another version of, I was going to say minor arcana, but this is also minor arcana. The Ten of Cups is another card that I associate with kind of domestic bliss in a way, or family bliss. And I wouldn't want to do anything that is based on fear to keep a relationship that apparently is not, working out. I wouldn't do that. And so I would say the same thing for anybody who feels tempted to do that, is to really think about what it is that you want. What is the ultimate? Even if you're a family person, like a lot of Capricorns are, will it lead to that? Or will there be constant tension? What crosses you is the King of Swords. Now, this could be the person that you're currently with. They may be very cruel, detached, using detachment as a tool to keep you feeling unloved, which is a manipulative tool, a tool of manipulation in order to make you feel insecure about yourself. This could be the person that you're with. And if you had a father like this, the king can be the father. And that may have created that dynamic where you feel like you want to get that father's love, and found a partner that is just like your father. And this person could be a narcissist. I'm reading this as a reversed card. I have a set of videos. I did a lot of videos and they were fun. I did with narcissism and astrology. And so if you're interested in delving into that, if you have a narcissist in your life, I first did the elements, and how they express narcissism. And then I had so much fun, I did each individual sign and how, each one in its own way expresses narcissism. The three air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Capricorn has an attraction for Libra because you're both cardinal signs. There can be friction, though, at the same time as there's attraction. And that can be one of the things that makes it exciting, but also kind of disruptive. So basically, what I would say about this is that if this is something to do with, I don't see this as a work situation. I was trying to see if I could see it that way. I really see this as a domestic issue. Also, if there is a will that you're dealing with, it is possible that you sense that something is not being presented to you in the right way. Now, you may be, I don't want to say the executor of the will. I don't know what they call it. Oh, gosh. Sometimes people will tell me what it is. They'll write it, but, you know, what good does that do me now? The person who is in charge of the estate, the adult child, if this is your one of your parents, where this is happening. Now, don't think that, oh my gosh, you know, about your parents. This is something that would have already been in, you know, in the works, that you're already dealing with the after effects. Perhaps something, you feel like something is going on behind the scenes or what have you, and just like that sixth sense is like coming up for you. And so in any case, the King of Swords in that context could be maybe that this is the father or the stepfather who doesn't care about any kind of like unfairness that is going on. Maybe they or maybe this is the person who passed away. Can't tell. But I think this is the person who is impeding the progress, because otherwise I don't think that they would be showing up as the challenge here, because they would no longer be with us, and this person probably is. So if you're dealing with gaslighting from someone who may be married, may have been married to your mother or something along those lines, and you feel like you get the opposite of the truth from this person, then don't bother. Don't try to get something positive from a negative force. So, yeah, I'm trying to cover all the bases of what this could be, what this conflict could be. What's coming in, the Queen of Wands. This is about standing in your own power, but doing so in a sensitive way. This is, if I had gotten the King of Wands, it would be kind of like this ballsy quality where the person is just like really their own boss, their own person. It's like they don't need, they're self-contained, they don't need anyone. Well, the Queen represents the water element. So the Queen is going to be intuitive and be caring about others other than themselves, but they're going to also grow a backbone. So something is coming in for you that is a confidence builder. It can simply be that you do not allow the King of Swords in reverse to throw you off your game. So if this is, you know, this also, like in the workplace, this actually could be something where, you know, you've been making a steady income and all of a sudden you feel like something isn't quite right. And so the King of Swords in reverse may be trying to thwart you, and, you know, you have a lot of good things going for you, even if, like, you are dismissed or like, what do they call that? Not fired, but put on furlough or whatever you want to say. You have the money, you have a positive environment to fall back on. The Queen is also the mother. So the mother, either a mother or mother figure, can help you out, or it may give you more opportunities to be with your children. So maybe you'll homeschool your children, keep your children at home, do things that you were going to do. I mean, it's like looking at the silver lining sometimes in certain cases. The outcome is the Six of Cups. This is a card of children, so that just enhances what I just said. But in terms of your own, I mean, maybe the High Priestess is your spiritual awakening. And it's like making you, Four of Pentacles, if you've already achieved your financial goals, you may be ready to move on and do other things. And if you have always wanted to be an artist, if you've always felt this strong pull towards the spiritual path, this may be the time when you can do that and feel like you are fulfilling a childhood dream. So for other people, if this is something like in your home life, like you feel that somebody isn't committed to you anymore, perhaps there's something that's inside of you. Maybe there's someone, a soulmate, it frees you up to find your soulmate, or maybe you already know who this person is and you've never really given your heart to your current partner, and that's one of the reasons why you suspect that there's no longer that solid foundation to your relationship that the Four of Pentacles could symbolize. That maybe it has to do with your children getting older, and there's just not that sense of needing to be a cohesive unit. I said like the exact same thing in another reading with different cards, so it's kind of weird. I feel like I'm in Groundhog's Day or something. But yeah, so I just wanted to give different scenarios. Also, there might be, like if this is a will, a probate issue, you might have to step up to the plate and step into your power. But the Six of Cups to me is about childhood issues, and I wouldn't be surprised too, because this is a card that I've heard, that this is connected to Scorpio. That doesn't make sense. This is a card of nostalgia, and to me it's definitely connected to Cancer, and we are going to have a new moon in Cancer, and that will fall in your 7th house of committed partnership, but also legal affairs. So that might be a new development in any kind of probate issue, and that might be a timing card for some of you. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated in some way. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.